Welcome to our show, Defense Briefing. I'm your host, Liang Jun. Tonight, we kick off with the Army football team gearing up for their 11th bowl game against Louisiana Tech in the Independence Bowl. Coach Jeff Monken is on a mission to secure a record-breaking 12 wins, while the Black Knights are favored to win by 5 points. Tune into ESPN at 9:15 p.m. Next up, we have some somber news from the Sydney-Hobart Yacht race where two sailors tragically lost their lives due to rough weather conditions. The race continues despite the heartbreak, with organizers emphasizing the challenging yet manageable conditions. Our thoughts are with the families affected by this tragedy as the first boats make their way to Hobart. Lastly, let's talk about Ben Arbuckle, the new offensive coordinator for OU football. He's bringing a fresh energy to the team as they prepare for the Armed Forces Bowl against Navy. Coach Brent Venables is excited about Arbuckle's rapport with the players and the chemistry that's developing within the team. It's shaping up to be an exciting game, so stay tuned. Please continue watching for more detailed insights. Yahoo US reports that Army football is gearing up for its 11th bowl game, facing off against Louisiana Tech in the Independence Bowl on December 20 in Shreveport, Louisiana. This matchup marks the 6th postseason appearance for head coach Jeff Monken, who boasts an impressive 4-1 bowl record. The Black Knights currently ranked No. 19 and the people are looking to secure a school record with their 12th victory of the season, surpassing the 11th record set by the 2018 team. The Bulldogs, stepping in for Marshall Hang, come into the game with a 5-7 overall record and are considered underdogs, with Army favored by 5 points. The South China Morning Post brings tragic news from the Sydney to Hobart Yacht race, where two sailors lost their lives in separate incidents amidst treacherous conditions. The race, known for its challenging weather, saw the crew members from Flying Fish Arctos and bowlines struck by booms as they navigated the rough seas off the New South Wales coast. Despite the fatalities, the race will continue, with organizers emphasizing that the conditions, while difficult, are manageable for most sailors. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese expressed condolences, highlighting the somber reality of the competition that has seen its share of tragedies in the past. In a report from Yahoo US, Ben Arbuckle has taken the helm as Oklahoma's new offensive coordinator, bringing fresh energy to the team as they prepare for the Armed Forces Bowl against Navy. Arbuckle, who previously excelled at Washington State, is tasked with revitalizing an Oklahoma offense that struggled this past season. His rapport with players, particularly quarterback Michael Hawkins Jr., is already apparent as they engage in friendly banter during practice. Coach Brent Venables praised Arbuckle's ability to foster relationships and build team cohesion in this crucial transition period. As the Sooners aim for a strong performance in the bowl game, Arbuckle's enthusiasm and dedication to his new role are expected to play a significant part in their success. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports on Auntie Cheryl Kenred's discovery of her ancestors' connection to the Anzac spirit, revealing a proud legacy of bravery among Aboriginal soldiers. Her great-grandfather, Alfred Happy Jacobs, and his brother William enlisted as teenagers during World War I, a fact unknown to Auntie Cheryl until later in life. This connection to the Anzac tradition resonates deeply with her, especially as her mother honored fallen soldiers long before knowing their family history. Auntie Cheryl emphasizes the overlooked contributions of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander men in various wars, highlighting the injustices they face, such as being denied land and social rights upon their return. Yahoo US shares insights from OU football coach Brent Venables and Navy coach Brian Newberry ahead of the Armed Forces Bowl. Venables confirmed that the Sooners will have 50 scholarship players available, with only 2 opting out for the NFL draft. He expressed optimism about the team's dynamics despite injuries and transfer portal activity. The new offensive coordinator, Ben Arbuckle, is expected to play a crucial role in the bowl, working closely with quarterbacks while maintaining relationships built during the transition. Newberry, meanwhile, emphasizes the importance of preserving the integrity of the Army Navy game amidst potential scheduling changes in college football. Deutsche Welle reports on Israel's recent military strikes in Yemen, targeting healthy controlled infrastructure, including the international airport in Sana'a and power stations. The strikes resulted in casualties, including deaths and injuries among civilians and UN personnel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated that these actions aim to dismantle the Houthi regime's military capabilities, especially following missile attacks from Yemen into Israel. The Houthis have intensified their military activities amid the ongoing conflict in Gaza, further complicating the regional security landscape, as international military deployments are being made to safeguard shipping routes in the Red Sea, reflecting the broader implications of the conflict. NY Times reports that the Israeli military launched a substantial airstrike on Houthi-controlled areas in Yemen, marking its fourth such assault in a year. The strike targeted critical infrastructure, including the international airport in Sana'a, and power stations which Israel claims are utilized by the Houthi militia for military purposes. This escalation follows increased missile attacks from the Houthis towards Israel, including a missile that landed in a Tel Aviv playground. The Houthis have intensified their assaults in solidarity with Hamas amidst the ongoing conflict in Gaza, further complicating the regional security landscape. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reveals that an Azerbaijan Airlines flight, which tragically crashed in Kazakhstan, was reportedly downed by a Russian air defense system. The aircraft, carrying 67 passengers, veered off its intended route from Baku to Grozny and crashed in Aktau, leading to the loss of at least 30 lives. Investigation suggests that an emergency, potentially caused by a bird strike, may have prompted the flight's deviation. The incident raises questions about air safety and the implications of recent Ukrainian drone strikes in the region, as officials from multiple nations call for a thorough investigation. Deutsche Welle highlights the Israeli government's recent decision to expand settlements in the Golan Heights, aiming to double the population of Israeli settlers in this contested region. Following the destabilization of the Assad regime in Syria, Israeli forces have moved into the demilitarized buffer zone, increasing tensions in an already volatile area. This expansion reflects Israel's ongoing policy of settlement growth in occupied territories, which has drawn international criticism and raised concerns about the future of peace in the region. The Globe and Mail highlights the remarkable journey of retired Lieutenant Colonel Steve Deschamps, who, after being expelled from the Canadian Armed Forces due to his sexual orientation, was recently honored with the Sovereign's Medal for his exceptional volunteerism. Deschamps, who was part of a class action lawsuit against the military's discriminatory practices, wore a rainbow-colored military bar as a testament to his struggles during the LGBTQ purge that began in the 1950s and continued until the early 1990s. Despite the trauma of being surveilled and ultimately dismissed in 1982 after being accused of making advances on a cadet, a claim he vehemently and eagernessly persevered in his love for the Air Force. After a decade of living in secrecy and battling his HIV diagnosis, he re-enrolled in the military following a landmark legal ruling that abolished the discriminatory policies. His resilience led him to retire in 2013 after over 2 decades of service, dedicating his time to mentoring air cadets who now see nothing unusual in his pride citation. The poignant moment Prime Minister Justin Trudeau publicly apologized for the injustices faced by LGBTQ individuals, prompting Deschamps to reflect on the collective shame and pain endured by many, leading him to sob in recognition of his and others' struggles. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopsis, thoughtfully curated by the 6DO team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6DO Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6DO team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6DO Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website. 6DO Brief, regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6DO Brief via email.